So why birth art? Well, often feelings and emotions can so much more easily be uh, expressed through art, because art brings out feelings from the subconscious. And quite often, any thoughts or feelings or emotions, beliefs and memories can more easily be expressed in art by the symbols, the colours, the style, and the details that you put into a picture. Quite often these are limited by using words to describe them, purely because it's just more difficult to describe lots of details using words. If you think about sometimes when you're trying to describe a dream, you can see the picture in your head, but you can't always use the words to describe what you're seeing. You think, I could draw it, but I can't tell you about it. And sometimes using words, we deliberately or even like subconsciously minimize or leave out feelings, just because we've been taught that it's unacceptable to have those thoughts and feelings. So that's when we start to explore what you've created and writing about it, and you can start to notice any themes or patterns that crop up in your pictures, which might be explaining how your emotions and your feelings and your thoughts are happening. And once you've named those thoughts and feelings, once you've become more aware of them, then it's easier to create a coping strategy around them. So why does alignment matter during pregnancy? Well, the way we use our bodies and how sedentary we are has dictates for us how comfortable you are for pregnancy and also your birthing outcome. Knowing about your alignment and being able to assess your own alignment will mean that you will know where to release tension, which muscles need strengthening and which muscles need stretching. And this will not only give you a more comfortable pregnancy and reduce your risks of back and pelvic pain, SPD, sacroiliac joint pain, but also of carpal tunnel syndrome, which is common during pregnancy, sore feet and hips, sneeze pee, and wee leakage. But it will also mean that your baby is able to get into a better position for birthing, and that your body will be able to open as it needs to birth. So this is all stacking the cards in your favour to have a smoother and easier birth, and also a better recovery postpartum. So why the need for self-care? Why is it such an important part of birth preparation? Well, we're so used to thinking self-care is something kind of selfish and something that's a luxury, really. But certainly in pregnancy, more than ever, you need to make space for self-care. I mean, you're doing something amazing. You're growing another human being. If you don't need to put aside self-care now, then you never will think it important. Pregnancy can bring about such a huge range of emotions. And giving yourself the space and time to process these emotions is really, really important. You've only got 9 months, and by the time usually that you're really thinking about pregnancy, you're probably 8 weeks in. So making sure that you look after yourself nutritionally, emotionally and physically is going to mean that you'll have a more comfortable pregnancy and an easier recovery postpartum. And postpartum, we don't really think about looking after ourselves postpartum. The focus tends to go from the mother to the baby, and it's kind of get your body back, get into things, get back to normal. But that's just not possible with a baby. Your life changes, and being able to embrace those changes and embrace the changes in yourself is really, really important. And you really need to understand in those first few weeks of postpartum that good nutrition and rest and support is truly important. And making a plan to get those will mean that you have a quicker recovery postpartum. You will lessen the likelihood of fatigue and exhaustion and low mood. So this is something that's really, really important that we need to start thinking about bringing in to birth preparation, and why it's such an important part of this course.